Sometimes you think someone is your best friend, but all it takes is one disagreement to make you question everything. It's like standing on a tightrope, trying to balance between love and frustration. My name is Mia, and I'm about to share a story that might resonate with you, especially if you've ever found yourself tangled in the complexities of friendship. For years, I thought I had this unbreakable bond with my best friend, Jenna. We laughed together, cried together, and shared all our secrets. But over the last month and a half, I found myself asking a crucial question. Should I stay friends? It all started when we had a massive disagreement that spiraled out of control. We'd often spend hours texting, going back and forth on the latest drama in her life. Jenna loved to vent about people she found rude or inconsiderate, and I'd nod along, offering my support. I was always there for her, making the drive to her place every week without complaint, even though it often felt like I was the only one putting in any effort. It became a pattern. She'd have lengthy rants about toxic friends, yet she would be inviting them over for her usual get-togethers the very next day. One evening, it finally boiled over. We were arguing through iMessages, and I felt this frustration creeping in. Why couldn't she see how hypocritical her behavior was? I tried to point it out during our hour-long debate, but it just led to more passive aggressiveness on her end. Eventually, I threw my hands up. Well, metaphorically. I realized we were stuck in this endless loop. I decided to just drop it. Fast forward a month, and things were still cold between us. The silence between us was deafening. I wasn't willing to reach out again, but deep down, I longed to rekindle our friendship. So, last week, I finally gathered the courage to ask if she wanted to grab lunch or dinner. After hesitating, she agreed, and we set a day. It felt like a beacon of hope, like maybe we could navigate through this rough patch together. But as the day approached, the excitement I felt slowly morphed into anxiety. Today, it was 7 p.m., and I had not heard a single word from her. I was left sitting at home, a bit of a heartache gripping me as I scrolled through my phone. I felt like I was the one left hanging. I couldn't help but feel like this was a pattern. I was always the one initiating contact, always the one driving the narrative. It was my effort that kept us afloat. What added to my confusion was how she often overlooked her boyfriend's rude comments that were directed at me too. I wondered if she even recognized the double standards. I felt trapped in this friendship that was beginning to feel more like a chore than a joy. As the minutes ticked by, I kept replaying our moments together in my head. There was so much laughter, shared dreams, late-night talks, yet that nagging feeling in my stomach wouldn't fade. I realized I was tired of being the only one to reach out and put myself in the passenger seat of our friendship. I felt like I was driving and Jenna had somehow fallen asleep in the back seat, completely unaware of where we were headed or if she even cared. At around 7:30, I finally took a deep breath and started typing a message to her. My heart raced as my fingers hovered over the screen. Should I just let it go? Maybe it was time to stop chasing after someone who didn't seem to appreciate my efforts. But then another part of me wouldn't let go so easily. I wanted to know if there was still a chance for us, if all the memories we built really meant something. Maybe you've gone through something similar, where the lines between love and frustration get blurred, and you find yourself questioning how much you're willing to endure. I mean, is it fair that I'm always the one making the effort? Is it wrong to want a little reciprocation in a friendship? As I sat there, staring at my phone, I couldn't help but wonder, would you have said something? Would you have fired off a message to her to let her know you were waiting? Or would you have stepped back and let the silence speak for itself, allowing yourself to find peace in the idea of moving on? So here I am, with all these feelings swirling around, trying to make sense of my next move. Should I let it be? Or should I reach out once more in the hopes of finding clarity? I'm curious to hear what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have stayed friends, or would you have chosen a different path?